Hey yo, what is going on everybody? Welcome back to today's video. Today's video is going to be about the boxing event with social gloves. It is the battle of the platform, TikTokers versus flipping YouTubers. The fight event is this Saturday coming up, so I thought after watching Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, why not do some predictions for this? I watched the press conference over last night just to get any information that could help me predict these fights, how hard they're training, how much experience they have, and just what's their mindset like, you know? Before I get into the fight predictions though, I want you to go and join my Discord server, link in the description. There's a lot of things to do in there. Yeah, go check it out. And all my other social medias are linked in the description as well. Basically, we're gonna be going from the first fight all the way up to the main card, predicting every single fight, even the fights that are free to watch. So the first fight of the evening is going to be Ryan Johnson versus Kale Suraj. I don't even know if I said Kale's name like that. I cannot pronounce his second name. But going into the fight anyway, Ryan seems fairly confident going into it. He reckons he's going to win. He's fairly humble towards his opponent as well. I've seen the videos of him boxing. He doesn't look too bad in the ring, but yeah. On the other hand, Kale seems to be going into this fight with a large amount of confidence, claiming he only needs a week and a half to train to win this thing, which I think is absolute cap. If I have to go with one fighter, I'm of course going to go for Ryan Johnson. Kale seems overconfident in this. I reckon he's going to get his ass whooped. Next up, we have Landon versus Ben Azzawar. Landon has had a fair amount of experience in the ring. He's a good fighter. But he seems respectful towards Ben. They both respect each other. There's no beef whatsoever. Ben, on the other hand, he has no boxing experience. He's going in that ring to try something new, which is fair play. He did step up because nobody else would. I've been a fan of Ben Azzawar for quite a few years. I would want Ben to win, but I think I'm gonna have to say Landon is obviously gonna beat him, but it would be amazing to see Ben Azzawar win this fight. So now we have got Tanner Fox versus Ryland Storms. Tanner has been boxing for quite a while, but he doesn't ever train extremely hard, you know. I'm pretty sure this is his first proper fight. Ryland does have an advantage here. He is a lot bigger than Tanner, but most of the time that don't mean squat. It seems like a fairly good matchup. I hope Tanner Fox wins this. This was one of the hardest ones that I had to predict, so I don't know. I just hope Tanner wins. I can't predict this. The next fight coming up is FaZe Jarvis versus Michael Lee or whatever, but I don't know who this dude is. FaZe Jarvis is on the road to absolutely embarrass Michael because I think Michael tried to stir up some fake beef just to promote the fight, which Jarvis hates. Michael's taking training pretty seriously and he's hoping that it will pay off. He never claims that he'll win or not, so he seems fairly humble. I think Jarvis will win this fight though, if anything, because he just seems a lot more committed than his opponent. He seems more confident going into the ring, and it feels like he wants the win more. Next up, we have DDG versus Nate Wyatt. DDG has a lot of experience in boxing. He used to do it a lot when he was younger, and yeah, he seems extremely committed to winning this thing. Nate then believes that he could easily work out DDG, which I don't know, to be honest. I think DDG will probably win this though. He just seems more focused on winning this thing than Nate. He's comparing his view numbers to DDG, you know, he's comparing his subscribers. That don't matter in the ring, you know, it's about who's better at boxing. It's not who has the most TikTok followers. And now we move on to Deji versus Vinnie Hacker. Deji is returning back to the ring after his loss to Jake Paul in 2018. He reckons that he could easily beat Vinnie Hacker. He's a stepping stone for him. And then Deji reckons that he could probably beat everybody else who's competing in this boxing event. Vinnie isn't too worried about the fight. He's not concerned about that Deji is his opponent, which I think some people should be. He's training hard. He's hoping for a good outcome. Just because Deji lost to Jake Paul doesn't mean he's terrible at boxing. He is probably going to be a really tough opponent for Vinnie, and he's going to be an absolute tank in the ring. I think Deji will win this easily against Vinnie. And now we go on to Anisong Gibb versus Taylor Holder. Gibb is apparently the underdog of this fight. I don't know, he's fairly decent in the ring. The main reason he's in this fight, even if he loses, he doesn't care. He says that he loves fighting. You know, he just wants to go in there, do his best, and prove everybody wrong. Taylor is claimed to be the most experienced fighter in this boxing event, and he's saying that Gibb is an easy opponent to beat. This is one of the toughest fights for me to predict. I know Taylor is probably the most experienced in fighting. He's been fighting for like 5 or 6 years apparently. And you know, I think he isn't that bad at fighting either, but Gib can also be a tank just like Deji. I want Gib to win. I think it would be nice, but I have to go with Taylor on this. And now we are on to the main event, Austin McBroom versus Bryce Hall. Austin believes that he's going to get a first round knockout against Bryce Hall, which I think is overlooking it a bit. I'm not too sure, but yeah, he seems extremely confident going into this. Austin's been training really hard, and he's claiming that Bryce isn't training like much at all, which I don't know, maybe it's just his thoughts, maybe Bryce is, I'm not too sure. Bryce never really said too much in the press conference, as he was busy calling everybody else on the YouTube side a bitch. But he's claiming that is going to be an easy fight against Austin. I think both fighters are overlooking their opponents a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a first round stoppage. I think it will go on for at least 3 rounds. But, I mean, I hope it's a first round stoppage. I hope Austin smacks the living out of Bryce. I also feel like Bryce is, you know, he's talking about all the other fighters more than Austin. That entire press conference was him talking to Deji and everything. Focus on your fighter. I think he's now looking at, oh, he's gonna go and fight KSI next, bro. Focus on one fight. But that is all the fights predicted. Make sure to tell me what your fight predictions are. Are they the same as mine? Are they different? You can tell me in my Discord server. Go and join it. It is gonna be insane. But yeah, I hope you will enjoy this event if you are watching it. That is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you will enjoy this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.